Good morning, dear students. Today we'll continue with chapter 4, Structure of Atom. In the last class, students, we discussed about the subatomic particle of atom. So how many subatomic particles are there of atom? 3. Electron, proton and neutron. Okay, so today I'll tell you how this subatomic particles were discovered. In that I'll discuss about electron and proton discovery. Okay, and electron, students, they are negatively charged particles present in the atom. And who discovered electron? J.J. Thomson, which we discussed in the last class. So who discovered electron? J.J. Thomson. Now, how this electron was discovered? It was discovered by the study of cathode rays. It was discovered by the study of cathode rays, by studying the properties of cathode rays. And how cathode rays were discovered? They were discovered on the basis of discharge tube experiment. These cathode rays were discovered on the basis of discharge tube experiment using air or some other gases inside the discharge tube. Okay, so what is discharge tube? You should know. It is a long glass tube. Can you see here? This is a long glass tube closed at both the end. Then at the two ends, two circular plates are placed. These circular plates, one of the circular plate is connected to negative terminal of electrical source. And what electrical source we are using here? Induction coil, and it will provide high voltage about 10,000 volt. So the circular metal plate which is connected to the negative terminal of electric source, that is called cathode. It means cathode is the negative electrode. In the other end, a circular plate, metal plate is connected to positive terminal of electric source, means induction coil here we are taken as electrical source, which provides high voltage 10,000 volt. Okay. So, the metal plate connected to positive terminal of the induction coil or electric source, that is called the anode. So, anode is the positive electrode. Remember this much. Cathode, negative electrode, anode, positive electrode. Why this is negative electrode? Because it is connected to negative terminal of electric source. And why anode is positive electrode? Because it is connected to positive terminal of electric source. Okay. Next, this discharge tube also has a side tube. You can see here, and this is connected to vacuum pump. Why? And what is taken in this discharge tube? Air or some other gas is taken. And why this side tube is connected to vacuum pump? To reduce the pressure of air or some other gases present here, and to study the conduction of electricity at different pressures of air. Okay, so first what is done? Air or some other gas is taken in the discharge tube at normal atmospheric pressure, and a high voltage of 10,000 volt is applied across the electrodes. So what we find? No current flows through air at normal atmospheric pressure between the electrodes, because air or some other gases, they are poor conductor of electricity at normal atmospheric pressure. So what is done next? The pressure of air taken inside the discharge tube, it is reduced by removing the air from the side tube through vacuum pump. This way, the pressure of air taken inside the discharge tube is reduced to 1 mm of mercury. Pressure is reduced to 1 mm of mercury. Then, high voltage is applied across the electrodes. about 10,000 volt, and pressure is of the air or gas taken inside the discharge tube is reduced to 1 mm of mercury. So what we find, current starts flowing through air between the electrodes, and how we come to know, the entire discharge tube starts glowing, and that with some color, beautiful colors that depend upon the gases taken. Okay, so this way we come to know that current starts flowing at what pressure? 1 mm mercury, 1 mm of mercury. Okay, then what we will do, we will further reduce the pressure of air or gas taken in the discharge tube by sucking out the air through vacuum pump. And the pressure is reduced to 0.001 mm. And when the pressure is further reduced to 0.001 mm, what you find, the discharge inside the tube disappears. The light which is emitted, that disappears, and the entire tube becomes dark, and the glass wall opposite to cathode, this is cathode and this is the glass wall opposite to cathode, starts fluorescence, starts glowing with greenish yellow light, which is called fluorescence. But the entire discharge tube becomes dark. The light which was emitted at 1 mm mercury, at that pressure, that light disappears. The light which was emitted, that disappears. The discharge inside the tube disappears and completely it becomes dark. But the glass wall opposite to this cathode starts glowing with greenish yellow light, which is called fluorescence. It means some invisible rays are coming from cathode, which strike the wall opposite to cathode and make it to fluoresce. Starts it to produce the greenish yellow light. Okay, so what is that invisible rays which is coming from cathode called? That was called the cathode rays, because these invisible rays were coming from cathode. So they were called cathode rays. Okay, next what? After the discovery of these cathode rays, properties of cathode rays were studied. For that, same discharge tube in which this experiment was done, on the path of these cathode rays, a metal cross was placed. On the path of the cathode rays, means here a metal cross was placed to study the property of cathode rays. So what was found? The shadow of this metal cross on the back of this metal cross, we saw the shadow of this metal cross. It means cathode rays, they travel in straight line, so it casts a shadow at the back. So first property of cathode rays travel in straight line. Because when a metal cross was placed in the path of cathode rays, it cast a shadow at the back. It means these cathode rays travel in straight line. First property of cathode rays. Second, what he did, on the path of cathode rays, a light paddle wheel was kept. Light paddle wheel was kept, which was made of mica. So what he found, the paddle wheel started rotating. The paddle wheel started rotating when it was placed in the path of cathode rays. It means these cathode rays are made up of some material particles. So first property, cathode rays travel in straight line. Second property, cathode rays made up of some material particles. Then third, in the path of cathode rays, electric source was applied, electric field was applied. A low voltage was applied around 10 volt, and the anode taken was anode with a hole. Okay, so the rays which came from cathode, when it was passed through electric field, the glass wall opposite to cathode started fluorescing, but not here. It deflected towards the positive plate. The cathode rays which travel from the cathode towards anode. So, the rays which travel from cathode, these are called cathode rays, and these rays, when they strike the wall opposite to cathode, they start fluorescing. They start glowing with greenish yellow light. So, in the absence of this electric field, the fluorescence was seen here. But when electric field was applied, when cathode rays passed through this electric field, it deflected towards the positive plate and fluorescence was seen here somewhere. It means these cathode rays, when was allowed to pass through electric field, it deflected towards positive plate. Why it deflected towards positive plate means these cathode rays are made up of some negatively charged particle. So they deflected towards the positive plate of electric field. So the third property, cathode rays are made up of negatively charged particle. And what was that negatively charged particle it is made up of? That was electron. And this way electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. How? By the study of cathode rays. And for the study of cathode rays, which experiment he did? Discharge tube experiment he did using air or gas, some other gas inside the discharge tube at different pressures. Okay, this way electron was discovered by the study of cathode rays. And what is cathode rays? The rays which travel from cathode. These are called the cathode rays. And these cathode rays are made up of negatively charged particle. Why? Because these rays deflected towards the positive plate of electric field. So, cathode rays is made up of negatively charged particle called electron. This way electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson by doing this experiment. Clear?